Hello and welcome to the Crushcast. I'm your host, Claire Higgins, and this is a place where we discuss crushes past and present and what they can teach us about ourselves. Today I'm talking to Monica. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you so much. I'm sorry you gave a nice intro and I go, ooh, in the middle of your nice intro.
Well, Monica is a friend of many years and my roommate passed. So we've been through a lot of crushes together.
You know things you shouldn't know.
I know many, many things. And as we were just discussing, we do often disagree on our type on boys.
When you asked me to come on your podcast, I really had to ask myself, can I sit next to someone who is Team Jacob? And verdict's still out.
Verdict's out. You're here. You're here. You're not allowed to leave.
You know, there's really an argument for that to be like, oh, we can each have one, but instead I just feel anger.
We've just been trying to convince one another for years.
Yes.
About these people who don't exist.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like the real answer is Carlisle, and now that we're getting older, we can admit that. Or Charlie. I mean, come on, you watch the movie and Charlie's the real.
Just the dads.
Yeah.
I would put forth.
I feel weird about that now after I said it.
I think that's fine. I would put forth Troy Bolton's dad before either of those two. No.
He shames his son into not following his dreams. He only wants him to follow his own dreams, the dad's dreams.
It's generational trauma, Monica. He has had a bad example of masculinity. He doesn't understand that you can be masculine and do musical theater. He needs to learn, and Troy teaches him. We're off to a crazy start.
This is gonna be the most argumentative.
Yes, we're gonna fight over probably every choice.
Great,
but I honor your crushes. You're the guest today, and so I feel like it's not my job to yuck your yum when you're in the.
Oh, you're welcome to. I give you permission.
When you're in the guest
Otherwise,
chair.
It's no fun. If I was like, oh, yay, Edward Cullen, and you were like, sure, I'd be like, who are you?
Yeah, you wouldn't be happy. I'll just respectfully. I'll try to be respectful.
It's cool. I guess I won't fight you then.
You're like very disappointed that I've chosen to be respectful. All right. Well, let's jump in then. I would love to know, who was your first crush, and how would you define first crush? How did you know this was my first crush?
So my very first crush, I think I only developed because my family kept badgering me about it.
Oh,
Hot
it was
take.
Suggested to you?
Yes. In first grade, I had a birthday party at a bowling alley, and I invited my friends, which was a handful of girls and one boy.
Oh.
And so my family never let me, like, for the longest time, they were like, ooh, you like so-and-so. And I think I was just too little. It was my 6th birthday. And I was like, what?
Wow.
And I'm like, no, we like talk about Pokemon.
Yeah, you didn't know.
But they really like were so over the top with it that I think eventually I developed a crush on him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eventually when?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe honestly, I couldn't even tell you. I definitely had a crush on him in middle school.
Okay.
But probably in elementary school. It was kind of a comical, like, elementary through high school. Sometimes I've had a crush on him or another person, then maybe him again. And he sometimes liked me. Sometimes one of my best friends liked him. Sometimes he liked her. You know, it's one of those middle schooly like things that you do. We did go to prom together, which is so funny. So, I think when you're in that scenario and you feel like you're supposed to have a crush, your family's like, who do you like?
Yeah.
And all of that, you kind of just look at, okay, who are my friends?
Yes.
And when you're in this kind of heteronormative, I'm supposed to like a boy. Well, this is my closest boy friend.
Yeah.
So I guess I have a crush on him.
You're just looking for whoever's nearest.
Right, absolutely. And I feel like I really learned a lesson there that like I'm going to try pretty hard to not do that to my kids. Yeah. Obviously it was,
that is a really young age to be like, oh, you have a boyfriend.
Well, yeah, and it makes me think about, like, if I liked girls, like, that starts that seed of like, this is what you're supposed to feel so early on.
Right.
So, I mean, not to shade my family. They're good. They're good.
They're good.
We're good. But,
We understand.
But yeah, I don't know. It was that first grade bowling birthday party.
Come to think of it, I had a boy best friend in first grade, and I didn't really like think back on it because that friend moved away after first grade, so it didn't have time to grow or anything like that. But I do remember everybody at school teased us because it was so like lame. It's like because a girl and a boy are friends, and I just like picked that person, and everybody was like, "Are you in love? Are you?" And like I. Even at the time, I wondered, do I have a crush on him and I don't know it? But I didn't. I just didn't,
Yeah.
And it's just interesting how kind of everybody does that. It's not just your family, but it was like, it was all the students around us.
Yeah.
And what was this young man's name who was your first crush? And you don't have to use his real name. You can use fake names.
Well, it's funny because I thought about this ahead of time. And I was like, I'll give him a fake name like John or David or whatever.
Yeah.
But I remember in middle school, my friends and I mean, you had to have a code name.
Oh, code names.
You had to, because if you're passing notes.
I forgot about code names. Yeah.
I mean, come on. I'm not going to write his name and then get it taken by the teacher and then have them read aloud that I like so-and-so. So
that's very smart.
They were, of course, all the code names were fruits.
Oh.
So I had a crush on mango. My best friend had a crush on pomegranate. I still remember that.
It's very visual. Like, it's very easy to remember.
Well, and I think this was also indicative of us not wanting to be, like, even in picking the fruits, we wanted to be unique. We're like, it's not an apple or an orange. We get pomegranate and mango.
Well, that's fair. Think of it, this is your crush, You're not crushing on an apple
special
boy.
Kind of crush.
Yeah. You don't. He's got to be something really special. Yeah. So this was Mango.
Yeah, that was his official name.
Okay, so into the future, Mango did not move away. Mango was a part of your life, and you had a real crush eventually.
Yeah, we were friends. Although I also think it's funny. Sometimes I look back and reflect on it, and I think because I had a crush on him, I didn't get to know him quite as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And even we're friends still now, but I feel we don't know each other that well as people because there was so much weirdness around the age that we were around each other, more middle school and high school. And I think when you have a crush, you idealize somebody so much.
Yes.
And also you just act weird. Like you can't have a normal conversation with somebody. No,
there's I assume avoidance for you as well. With all of my crushes, so much. Is like, oh my God, I can't possibly interact with you. Yeah. No way.
No. Yeah, of course not. So you end up spending less time getting to know the person that you're more interested in.
Yes.
Because you are so awkward. At least me.
Yes.
So I think about that sometimes and find it very funny. I did eventually write him a note in the 8th grade saying I had a crush on him.
Oh, how'd that go?
Mixed bag.
But good and bad. Good and bad.
He told me he also had a crush on me at the time.
Whoa.
However, the exact quote I remember he said to my best friend when he was freaking out was, what would we do? Where do we go? I don't even have a car.
Aww.
And we were 13.
That's fine. I think that's very normal.
Yeah. So I think he was like, I also have a crush on you, but like, we're 13. Nah.
Okay, that does make no sense though.
Yeah.
As someone,
it was pretty funny.
I guess it depends on the situation, but I feel like my 13-year-old boyfriend, we had bikes. And so that was the answer, is just like, literally our first date was like, let's ride bikes.
That's cute.
And it was just like, but mobility is a real question, but not a reason to not date someone.
In hindsight, this could have been like a weird way to let me down easy. But maybe. Yeah, I really remember that.
It feels more like a fear of dating rather than actual, not like not wanting to date you, but being overwhelmed by the prospect. and just
get
like
that.
putting other names to it. Like, where would we go?
Yeah, it's so funny to me though, because I think at that age, the concept of dating wasn't even a thing so much as like, don't you just say you like somebody and hold hands in the hallway?
Yeah, and
Isn't that what that is?
That's why it's weird to me, is that I do feel like middle school relationships, there's not much to do. You just hold hands.
I wish they only held hands. Let me tell you, I'm a substitute teacher.
Oh,
It's horrifying.
for a second I thought you were talking about your past of like, I wish I only held hands.
No.
The kids today.
The youths. The amount of times I'm like going to a classroom and the kids are just like making out, and I'm like so uncomfortable because I'm like, do I just pretend I didn't see that, or do I feel like I have to be, I feel like I have to be the teacher that's like,
take a yardstick.
No. I don't know.
Separate them.
If it's not bad, I'll just ignore it. I feel like I shouldn't say that, but I don't know.
I don't know what the right answer is. I agree.
Frankly, I don't either. They don't train us. So
no. And you are a sub at elementary, middle, and high school. So
yes,
you've seen it all.
All the levels. High school, they'll be full making out in the hall. And
wow.
I'm like, oh God.
In the hall, I feel that is their domain.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like right outside my classroom, and then I have to like fumble with my keys, like. That's so funny. I'm remembering my only like teacher interaction when I was in a couple was like a teacher in middle school. It was the polar opposite. I, again, very young, had like middle school boyfriend style, like not much going on, sure.
But just like, I think we were like standing together in the hallway, maybe like arm over the shoulder or something. And I had a science teacher who was like, tell me about you and Sam. Like,
really
wanted to know the gossip.
So
and I was
funny.
so embarrassed.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't want to talk to you about this.
That's so funny. It's so funny that they brought up that conversation. Sometimes I'll have kids come up to me and tell me about things.
Oh my God.
Not usually, but I had a long-term assignment in 8th grade PE. And those kids had a lot going on.
I bet.
Their love lives.
They're in the locker rooms, chatting, swapping stories.
It's usually hyper-specific things, and they'll ramble. It'll be more like, Ms. D, we had band practice on Wednesday, and I was late because I like forgot my cell phone in Miss S's class. But then I got to band, and then I sat down. But then my normal seat wasn't there, and so I sat in this seat, and then I was sitting next to Josh, and I'm like, okay. And they're like, no, like Josh.
They're like, you're supposed to know what that means.
I'm supposed to know what that means. And I'm just like, I'm secretly amused by it, but I try to keep it profesh.
Yeah. But with Mango, you guys had a near miss, a beautiful moment, but a tragic one at that. After that, was it just kind of ships in the night a little bit?
Yeah, it was a little ships in the night. Like that was 8th grade. In 9th grade, I went on my first date with a different boy who was his best friend.
Tends to happen. Oh,
yeah. I mean, that wasn't like a thing.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Jane Austen. She's out with the wrong man. Yes.
But because that's what that is. Like you have a crush on somebody, it works out or it doesn't. You have a crush on someone else, then maybe back to that person at some point. But yeah, it was just kind of on and off ships in the night crushes. And I have a funny tale about that one time.
Sure.
There was one point I was in crush with Mango, and
as one is.
And for some reason I was convinced he liked me at this time, and he was texting me. I hate how much I remember. This was like spring break.
Don't feel bad about this. This is the place for it.
I feel like a psycho.
With these memories, these are core memories.
Oh, God.
That is nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, geez. Well, yeah, I mean, I do really clearly remember spring break, etc. And he was texting me for advice on how to ask out a girl.
Oh,
I thought he was being coy.
Oh, yeah.
For some delusional reason, I thought he was asking me for advice on how to ask me out.
It's like a movie. Yeah.
Because I only watched rom-coms at the age of 14.
Yep.
And I gave him very good advice, and he dated that girl for 2 years.
No. Oh, that you did you the whole time you thought it was advice for asking you out, or did you get wise at any point in the conversation?
I'm going to change your name. I gave him good advice, and then it was like last text. He was like, "Oh my God, thanks so much. I'm going to go ask Sarah out now." Sarah's not her real name, but she was really nice. I liked her a lot.
Yeah.
They were a cute couple.
I'm cool. Imagining little Monica receiving that text.
Oh, it was kind of bad. Yeah, it was kind of bad. But I was at Disney World, so you go ride Space Mountain, and you scream.
Oh, I feel so bad for her.
No, it's all good. It's just so funny.
Wait, so Disneyland funny. Or Disney World? Did you say
Disney World?
Yeah, that's what that was. Yeah. I was in Michigan. You were in Indiana. Right. Then the one you go to is Disney World.
It was closer, and this was before it was $200 a day.
Jesus.
Anyway, so that was my most tragic tale.
Yeah. And then still friends today.
Yeah, still friends. Yeah, we went to prom together.
Kind of nice.
Yeah, good dude. Like I said, we've known each other a long time, so that's a friendship that I really value. But and obviously now everybody's partnered. I have a wonderful boyfriend. He has a wonderful fiance. Our other friend who is sometimes in the mix is married.
Was that the other boy you went on a date with? Or was that someone else?
Oh, no. I lost touch with him. It was one of my best friends sometimes also had a crush on him. And then Mango sometimes had a crush on her. But they also never dated.
There you go.
It's,
I feel like that's the way of things. We've said it, but it's all about proximity. And, I do think to an extent you develop feelings on the people who are your friends for a reason.
Right. If they're your friend, there are inherently traits they have that you like. Mm-hmm. And when you're trying to figure out, especially when you have that environment of, I'm supposed to like somebody.
Yeah.
Who would I like? Well, of course, I'd like the person that I already like as a friend. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I do feel like we have a lot of proximity crushes, but I feel like I also had a lot of, yearning from afar crushes. And I was curious if you had real people yearning from afar crushes, or if yours were all more friendship based.
I mean,
because I was both? A yearner. It can be both.
Or are you referring to people that you really don't know that well, but that you were like, ooh.
Yeah, that you are not friends with, that you hardly speak to, that you may just
interesting.
See. Yeah.
No, I feel like that's not an interesting answer. But
no, I'm not surprised by that. It is that's another way in which we have been different at times. You've talked to me about, I don't know if the term is sapiosexual, but you are very personality driven. Oh, more so, yeah, for sure. To a huge extent, more so than most people I know.
Yeah. Are you thinking demisexual maybe?
Demisexual maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I honestly think that physical attraction wasn't an element for me until halfway through college.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't. That wasn't super a factor for me.
Yeah.
When I had a crush on somebody who was super personality based. I mean, I don't know. Anyone, and including college, I was friends with someone first.
Yeah,
and then, yeah, and then.
I'm curious if somebody asked you at that time, at younger years, what's your type? Would you have been unsure, or would you have, talked more about personality?
I feel like I have a personality type. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I have a physical type so much as I like guys who are on the softer side, sensitive, and yeah. I'm I painted my boyfriend's nails a couple weeks ago. We had a great time. We put on some spa music and made a drink and yeah, I love that. I think because also if this is someone I'm in a relationship with, they're not gonna put me in a box if they don't put themselves in a box.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm attracted to.
That's very wise. I like that.
Now, if dancers are a type.
Oh, you do.
I do go for a dancer. Now, have I ever dated a dancer? No, but Well, oh God, I see that look in your eye. All right. I
has gone on a couple dates with the dancers that I know about.
They're always terrible. No, that's not true. Anyway.
Just because they can dance on the floor doesn't necessarily mean they can dance into your heart. Depends on the person.
Wow, that's true. Ain't that true? Maybe my mom just got to me. Well, you know this. You know about Tamara.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, my mom's psychic.
Oh, I thought you were using a fake name.
No. Oh, Tamara.
I do know about Tamara, your mom's psychic.
I think I can use Tamara's real name here.
Yes. You get her business.
Oh my God. When I went through a big breakup, I dated somebody for 3 or 4 years, and first really big breakup. My mom, I think, was trying to console me, and she said she asked her psychic about my love life, and the response was that I should end up with a Spanish dancer.
And then you did go on a couple dates with this. Well,
he spoke Spanish.
A dancer who spoke Spanish.
I think
kind of cool. Tamara.
I think he was from Peru.
Okay.
And my mom went back to Tamara and said, "Does that count?" And she said, "No."
Oh, Tamara
has to be from Spain. I've
Give
never,
yourself
I've never
the
met
win,
someone from
girl.
Spain who dances. My boyfriend was not thrilled with this information on account of being from Massachusetts.
And not necessarily being a dancer.
Not necessarily a dancer, but
capable.
But totally capable. You know, he buried the lead a little bit. When I told him how much I love dancing, he was like, "Oh, I took ballroom in college," which was very attractive to me as a thing. But then he had a lot of roadblocks. It's not his favorite activity.
Yeah.
But to his credit, despite it not being his favorite activity, we have gone to Lindy Hop together for the last few months, and we have a great time. So I don't need a dancer. I need someone who will dance with me.
Yeah. Yes. Well, on the subject, though, I would love to hear a couple stories of the dancer, if you're willing.
Oh, geez.
If you're willing with a fake name to relive that time in your life.
Listener, let me tell you what Claire's talking about here. So I had this breakup, and I was kind of online dating a little bit, but also you get tired of online dating and you're like, how do people meet people in real life?
Yep.
Well, I started taking a salsa class, and I'll admit I had the hope in my head of, oh, maybe I'll meet somebody in this class.
Yeah.
It was my second class, and this guy who was very attractive invited me to go to a salsa club that night with him and a group of friends, and I was very excited. I show up, no friends.
Oh my gosh.
It's just this guy.
He cornered you.
He did. I mean, he was very much like, I swear they said they were coming. They canceled, but okay. Anyway. So yeah, it was a really great salsa club. They had lessons and then you could dance, and it was honestly like, it was like out of a movie.
Yeah.
It was this open air club, so the stars are above, or the LA smog, take your pick.
Yeah.
And, you're salsa dancing with somebody. There's a live band. He was Italian, actually.
Oh.
So throw that in the mix. So I told him my family's Italian. He starts like whispering Italian in my ear as we're dancing. I mean, come on. And it was just,
and you met in person, and you're probably thinking in the back of your mind of like, I met someone in person and I'm having this romantic movie moment.
It was a date straight out of a movie. And and I came home, I was super excited.
Yeah.
And then I went on a second date with him, and then I realized the reason you want the dating apps is because dating apps have basic information about people. Like their jobs or their views,
political beliefs.
That was
beliefs about women.
Beliefs about women. Yeah. That's question one. I mean, he picked me up for a date, and his car had tinted windows, which is not a super normal activity. And that was when I found out he was a loan shark.
Yep. Which he did not call himself that. And at the time we were trying to figure it out, but that is what he was.
No one introduces themselves as a loan shark. They say they have a lot of cars. And And the first thing they do when they get a new car is tint the windows.
And he had all the dogs too, right?
He had 12 huskies.
He had 12 huskies.
Never date someone with 12 huskies unless they are just I don't know.
I feel like those are the kinds of people we rescue the huskies from at the animal shelter.
Yeah. Well, this goes into the gender views. He didn't believe in in fixing his dogs.
Oh my God.
Hence the 12 dogs.
Oh,
yeah.
Literally, probably one of their puppies. We probably have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh, yuck.
So anyway, magical date.
Yeah.
Terrible match. Oh man.
Terrible
I
guy.
had such an appreciation for Hinge after that.
Yep.
Wow.
We've gained a lot. The dating apps have taken away a lot, but we've gained a lot.
It's true. I think they get a bad rep sometimes, but the choice is nice. You know, you go on a lot of bad dates, but before I got on dating apps, I didn't feel like I had the opportunity to go on dates.
Oh, interesting.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I'd rather go on 10 bad dates and then have a better idea of what I'm looking for when someone does come up than, you know, in college, I didn't date very much because I wanted to meet someone in person. And even in college where it's easy, making that transition
it was still hard.
Is tough.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so interesting to me. Because I remember, like, after your long-term relationship, you were like, I don't know if I want to go on the dating apps. I don't know if I want to do this. And I had to push you. And I was very happy to push you.
And who was the first person the dating app put in front of me?
Oh, your ex, right? Yeah.
Of all the people in Los Angeles, I download Hinge, and every day it's like, here's your one best match.
Oh.
And immediately was my ex.
Immediately your ex's dating profile, which is something you never want to see.
Hilarious. It actually, honestly, it was great for my ego because it was not entirely truthful.
Right.
And I thought that was hilarious.
Yep. It offered you a window into what your ex was doing.
Yeah, the height.
And you were like, I don't
The height was not accurate, which I just think is so funny. I'm sorry. I going back to the type thing, I have no problem dating someone shorter than me. I'm 5'5". I've gone on dates with people shorter than me. I could not care less. But if someone lies about their height, I'm gonna have questions.
Yes, because that's a different thing entirely, right? Like it's about lying at that point. It's not about their height.
Yeah, it's an insecurity that I think is understandable because I know a lot of guys do get judged. So I understand that being a source of insecurity, but like, did you not think I was going to meet you?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Lying about something.
It's a short-sighted,
easily provable
white lie.
Yeah, which I mean, I agree with you. I can see someone doing that. Of, let me add a couple inches to my height. And like, honestly, I don't even know if I would have had a problem with that. I would be like, whatever. But I do feel like, you know, if the person you're trying to attract by lying about your height is the kind of person who would say, you know, 5'10" or I immediately reject you, then like, you don't want that person anyway.
Right.
There are enough of us out here who don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And like, if you are padding your height in order to attract people who would not accept you anyway, if you told the truth, then like, you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You're going in the wrong direction.
Agreed. Totally agreed. Salsa guy was short.
Was he?
He was. Yep.
Shorter than you?
That surprises you. Maybe he's like an inch taller. He's probably like 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing too. I recognize my short privilege in the dating world, that everyone is tall to me. No one is short to me because I am 5'2".
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so I recognize that. But I would like to think that even if I were 5'5", 5'6", I would still like a short king.
Well, you know what though? Even sometimes shorter women still have a thing. My boyfriend went on a date with somebody who I think he said was 5 even and left because he wasn't tall enough for her.
Wow.
And he was a full 9 inches taller than this woman.
Yeah, that's the concept that I think many men see at work and think, that's terrible.
Yeah,
because it is.
It is objectively. I like to think it happens less often than men say it does, but maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like to think I keep good company and my friends aren't the ones doing that. But it sounds like it happens a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't get where that comes from. I feel like it's just a societal thing.
Yeah. I mean, we know where it comes from, but yeah, not necessarily like...
We do?
Yeah, like societal expectations.
Sure.
Yeah. You're like, wait,
I thought you were going to share some secret that I didn't know.
The history. No, but just societal expectations that women are tiny and men are large, which again, like, which hurts everyone, I will say, because, you know, any woman who is not petite and tiny is then, you know, told that she is less valuable. And then any man who is not big and strong is told that he's inherently less valuable. And it's harmful both ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Back to you. All right. So was Mango also your biggest crush? I was getting the sense that Mango might be your biggest crush.
Oh yeah, I'd say so.
That's what I thought.
There were others in there, in between and after and all that. But
yeah. Any second place, third place?
I mean, I feel like I'm ignoring college a lot here. There was one guy, I went to a party once and one guy had a ukulele and I was like,
oh, and you were in.
I was sold. I was sold. I had a crush on that guy for a little bit, but
was he in your circles at all after that party, or was it really like...
He was friends with some of my friends.
That helps.
Yeah, but we hung out a couple times. We jammed as you do in college.
You brought your ukulele.
I brought my ukulele. Yeah. But you know, it's funny. I remember that, and I think it was just one of those weird things. I didn't make an obvious move, and he didn't either. And then I just left feeling very confused about whether that was like a date.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Yeah.
We did it twice, and then I was like, I don't know what this is, and then we never hung out again. But the way to my heart, bring a ukulele or dance.
Yeah. You love your music. You love your dancing.
It's true.
I feel like it is really common to have those kind of non-date dates or to have those crushes where, looking back, you could think like, they may very well have liked me too, but I would have no idea.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't tell you either way, probably because both parties were afraid.
Yeah. If there's anything, like, I do wish I could instill 29-year-old Monica's confidence into younger Monica just for those kind of moments.
Yeah.
I feel like now I would be bold enough to just be like, this a date?
Yeah, exactly.
Or like, I would like to go on a date with you. Would you like to go on a date and see what happens? Because I can take rejection because I've had rejection now.
Yeah.
I think when you're young and you haven't experienced that yet, it's so much scarier.
Yes.
But now I'm like, yeah, whatever.
100%. I feel like it was an amazing life-shattering moment when I think it was my sophomore year of college, where I suddenly realized that like I could get away with just asking people out or telling them that I liked them, and it could sometimes go okay. And that was thrilling to me. Honestly, if no boys are asking me out, then it is now my responsibility. And that was great.
Good
just
for
like
you.
being able to do it.
I think even in college I didn't have that. I think it wasn't until I was fully an adult. But I commend you, and I admire that from people. Now sometimes people be too bold. My tow truck driver last week.
Your tow truck driver Oh, did you get a proposition last week?
Oh yeah, let me tell you. I'm in this tow truck. And
why are you in the tow truck?
Well, they tow your car and then you get in the tow truck.
Oh.
Because then you go to where your car's going.
You could.
But you could.
I feel like I would take an Uber.
Oh.
I've like had a tow truck before and been like, or I've asked a friend, like, we'll follow you in this car, or I will call an Uber
really?
or something like that.
I thought that was
I've never been in a tow truck.
I thought that was I hadn't until last week, and it's probably not going to happen again because I'm talking to this guy.
That's where it happens.
I mean, I'm talking to this guy and it seems normal. And then he asks me this question that I have gotten an insane amount of times since moving to Los Angeles.
Oh.
I don't understand it. The amount of stranger men that I don't know who have asked me this question. What is your ethnicity?
Oh.
It's a weird thing to ask someone.
Interesting.
Men listening, don't just go asking women on the street this question.
Don't.
Well, because it's just my knee-jerk reaction is, okay, this man who I don't know, who I'm in his car, is going to make a knee-jerk judgment toward me based on my answer, and I don't know what the right answer is.
Yeah. Or what he hopes to learn from knowing. You know, like especially a stranger. As a stranger, you don't need to know.
Somebody that?
You don't need to know.
Anyway, that was weird. And then I got weird vibes, so I asked him to drop me off, and I was smart. I asked him to drop me off a couple blocks away from where I lived.
Yeah.
Yay. And then I got home, and he had my number, of course, because he was the tow truck who had to call me. And so he texted me and asked me out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is too bold.
That was too bold. That was
especially,
too bold.
I mean, I know it can be fraught, and we see many rom-coms with
Meet
this
cutes.
setup. Yeah, but the customer,
well, especially the woman,
the employee customer relationship,
the woman whose car is broken down.
Yeah,
you were in a position of power there, and it is uncomfortable.
Yep.
Sometimes you don't shoot your shot.
Sometimes you do not.
Sometimes you hold it in.
Especially, I feel like the example I think of is like if there is a cute waiter, if there is a cute person who you are paying to bring you food, like I just think it's not, I don't know, that's not an okay situation to ask someone out in.
Make someone uncomfortable in a work environment. I think a waiter, if you want to leave your number on the receipt,
you could, put the ball in their court. You could do.
Leave the number on the receipt, walk away. They can throw it out.
Yeah.
But to ask them when, they might really need a tip to pay their bills that week.
Yeah.
Like, don't ask them for that.
Sometimes you can be too bold. But I was very happy to be bold in college. I think
not you, to be clear. You're good.
Yeah, no, I think it came from a place of I watched a lot of rom-coms like you did as a child, and I was waiting for that rom-com moment.
Oh yeah, we all were.
We were all obsessed. We were all waiting for that, guy to notice us, stare at us across the room, and ask us to go on an incredibly well-planned, beautiful date. Like, I was like,
when we're
where
13.
is that? Yeah, and I think that I genuinely wanted it so badly that I wasn't willing to wait anymore,
Sure. I understand that. I remember wanting that really badly. And I remember in college when it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Seeing my friends who were in relationships was honestly sometimes a little hard.
Yeah.
I remember one day, junior year, I was renting a house with 3 roommates. And I remember coming home and something had happened, either good or bad. I really wanted to talk to somebody about it. And I just walked in, and I had 3 roommates. There were 6 pairs of shoes by the door. And they were all in their rooms with the door shut with their boyfriends. And I just was like, man, I just sat on the couch alone watching Netflix. And I felt so sad.
Poor Monica.
It's hard. I think it's hard. Expectation makes things hard. Whether it's the first grade bowling party where your family's telling you, oh, you obviously have a crush on this person, or you're in college and or high school and you've put expectations on yourself from watching all the rom-coms that we both just absorbed, and it makes you less content with what you have by yourself.
Totally. And I think I feel this way because as a girl, this is what I experienced, but I think that it sucks for women especially, because I remember having the belief that if I had to ask someone else as opposed to them asking me to go out or confess a crush, whatever, then that meant it wasn't legitimate because of the sexist belief that I had. That in every piece of media, it's the man asking the woman, right?
Yeah.
And so I had this belief for so long of just sort of like, well, if the guy doesn't ask me first, then he doesn't like me, right? If I have to ask, then, then it's not real. And when I realized how stupid that was, it was great.
Yeah.
But I think, men are in a tricky position too, where it's like, you have to be the one to sacrifice your dignity on the altar of crushes.
Well, it is hard. And then I think they're also aware that girls' expectations can be sky high, especially when you're young.
Yeah.
And I mean,
and you can be mocked if it's not, if they don't like you back, or if you're not,
then you
doing it the right
hard.
way. Yeah. Yeah.
I had that happen.
You can't
once.
win.
I feel bad about this, but there was a boy who had a crush on me. that I did not reciprocate, and he made a grand gesture. Our school did one of those things where you can buy a flower for somebody that's delivered in class, and he bought me 1 or 2 dozen roses that I got in French class.
Oh my God.
I remember it was French class.
Very public, yeah.
Very public. And, of course,
was he in the class?
He was not, thankfully.
Okay.
Oh my God, thankfully. But, of course, your friends are like, who's that from? Who's that from?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I was really embarrassed because this was not someone that I liked. And I then had to reject him. But the gesture, I remember, felt too big.
Yep.
And that's also difficult. How do you find that right spot?
Yeah, 100%. I was actually just telling Wilder, my boyfriend, about this yesterday, but there was had a very similar experience where like someone who I was in the same circles with, but wouldn't say that there was anything romantic there, just sort of barely knew this person.
Yeah.
I was just in class one day, and like, I think a friend or a teacher or somebody handed me a note, and it was the first step of a scavenger hunt.
Oh boy.
That was a full on, like, very planned out, like very good,
But that could also be cute. How do you know?
That could be, it would have been so cute if
you liked him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I felt horrible too, because it was like, I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that this person felt like, I need to make a huge grand gesture when we barely knew each other. And I felt horrible turning him down, but I was like, this is so unfortunate because I remember thinking that it was very well done, but I truly I couldn't fool myself into thinking, I like this person or we have a future together. I couldn't see it, you know? And I didn't necessarily find him gross or anything like that. It wasn't like that. Yeah. It was just such a strange experience.
Yeah, that's so tough. And that could have gone over super well with another girl. That's the other thing. You could easily have another girl that
honestly, I hope it did. I hope that he reused it and that it worked very well.
I thought of another one I must share with you.
Please.
Let me take you back to 8th grade again.
Yeah.
Which, to demonstrate how fickle crushes are, this was not a mango crush, despite it being the same year that I confessed my crush to mango.
You moved on. I get it. I get it.
This is a different boy in 8th grade, who, thankfully I had a crush on. So when he made the big gesture, it worked. We had a band trip, as you have,
great,
to St.Louis. What? Hey, they have a Six Flags.
The grand destination.
Six Flags, Claire.
Okay. Six Flags is cool.
This boy, we were 13, 14, asked me out at the top of the St. Louis Arch.
Oh, okay.
What did you think I was going to say?
I was so shocked. At the top of we had just talked about Six Flags. I thought it was going to be at the top of a roller coaster before you had a drop. And I was like, Monica, that's not good.
No.
At the top of the St. Louis Arch.
Top of St. Louis Arch.
Very cute.
Very cute.
Is there a room up there? What's the deal?
No,
I've never been.
It's like one long kind of walkway.
Oh,
at the top of the arch
outdoor
with windows. It's kind of scary because it kind of shakes with the wind.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. But
your heart's racing a little bit.
Oh my God. I'm honestly, excellent point. The elevator up's kind of scary.
Yeah. He's like, we could die right now. I have to ask her out.
Yeah.
That's cute.
So, but again, big gesture, but I was into it. And then we were like, quote, 8th grade going out.
Nice.
The problem was then the next day was Six Flags, and then I promptly realized I didn't like it.
Oh no. just overnight?
Yeah. But it goes back to, you have a crush on somebody, you don't always know them that well.
No. So many crushes pass in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Some crushes are very deep, and then other ones you just realize,
Right. I liked the idea of him. And then as we spent time together, I was like, maybe not for me, which made the second grand gesture much more awkward.
Oh dear. What was the second?
I feel so bad. He wrote me a song, which is very sweet. And, part of being circa 2000, 8, 9.
Yeah.
He played it for me over the landline phone.
Oh.
Very cute. I do remember
It's pretty
thinking
cute.
I
It's
could
very
not.
90s.
Yeah, very 90s, even though it was 2008
Oh, yeah.
or 9. But
Early aughts.
how old do you think I am, Claire? But I do remember really not being able to tell if the song was about me or Jesus.
Uh-oh. And you said, not for me. That is understandable.
I said, live your bliss.
Aw.
Wish him well. He was a very kind person.
Okay.
Okay.
Fictional crushes.
Oh boy.
First of all, I think we need to talk about celebrities first.
I agree with you.
First of all, celebrity crushes. Who do we got? Who's on that list?
Well, you know who's at the top.
Yes, I do. Please tell the others.
So I made a terrible mistake when I was about 8 years old, and I told my friends that I had a crush on Nicolas Cage.
Which was true.
Which, yes.
I would just want to make sure.
And the unfortunate thing is that I'm still friends with those same people I was friends with at 8 years old. And
Yes.
so over the last 20 years, I've been gifted every single piece of Nicolas Cage memorabilia. Which you know because you had to live with me.
Yes, I do.
There's cookie cutters. A blanket where half of him is Nicolas Cage, the other half is a banana, and he's in space.
Christmas ornament, maybe 2 Christmas ornaments. I gave you one.
You gave me. It's the only one I have.
What? There's the flat one, and then isn't there Nicolas Cage?
Oh, that's a magnet.
That's a magnet.
That's a magnet.
Okay. Magnet of Nicolas Cage.
Socks, a
Wow.
pillow, a T-shirt. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They teased me relentlessly, but I stand by it.
Yeah. You are not embarrassed by it, nor should you be.
You go watch Con Air and you tell me Nicolas Cage is not hot in that movie.
Oh, yeah. Rank your Nicolas Cage movies. Con Air is obviously the one that...
Whoa, wait, hang on.
Yeah.
Rank?
In terms of hotness.
Oh,
not,
okay. Well,
not
that's
terms
a
of
very
quality of
specific
movie.
I mean, okay, maybe this is me having a type after I said I don't have a physical type. Con Air was where I got the crush.
Yeah.
Why I was watching that movie at 8 years old, ask my mom.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Oh.
Is there some content?
We gotta have margaritas and watch that.
Great.
So yes, number one.
Con Air.
He was a bit older in this one, but I just remember that he also had long hair in Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Oh, I've never seen that either.
It was a fun Disney movie back in the day.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know. National Treasure. Who doesn't love an adventurer, a
Yeah.
rogue of sorts?
I feel like National Treasure is where I would get it the most. He's
Yeah.
very, he has a goal. He's very
He has a
driven.
goal. And he was in a rom-com that I feel like our generation is not very familiar with, called It Could Happen to You, and I was very into that
happen
movie.
to you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Romantic icon. Thank you very much.
Nicolas Cage.
But this leads me to a document I have to share with you.
yes,
So I was at my mother's house.
we have a time capsule with us.
There is a time capsule. I was at my mother's house, and she, of course, asks me every time to clear out my boxes, and I never do. But this time I thought,
Let me
well,
try.
maybe just one.
Mm.
And I found a note card that listed my crushes at the time. I've pieced it together. I believe I was 14.
Okay, we believe this was 14.
Well, I it has to be because one of the characters is from Make It or Break It, which only had one season, I think.
A moment in time.
A moment in time.
Make it or break it. Okay, let's
so
hear
Nicolas
it.
Cage is third on this list.
Nicolas Cage, third place.
Third place.
All right.
Number one was a big celebrity crush.
Okay.
Hugh Dancy.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Come on.
And that was, I'm assuming the origin of that was Ella Enchanted.
It was actually Confessions of a Shopaholic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Age 14.
Yeah.
That's a little older.
And then I kind of would go back and watch Ella Enchanted,
Yeah.
But the accent, all that.
He's very nice. I guess he's very nice in both movies to the female protagonist. He's like the world's kindest man.
We love a supportive man.
Yes. But I feel like I noticed it especially in Confessions of a Shopaholic because she is an addict and he puts up with her behavior. I'm like, Hugh Dancy, get it together. She's got problems.
He bought her the green scarf.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Vague memories.
Yeah.
But yes. Okay.
Okay, Sterling Knight.
Yes. A very common crush.
I'm glad
around
you
that
say
age. I think so.
I remember my friends giving me some grief for that.
Really?
Yeah.
He had the blonde hair, the swoopy kind of Justin Bieber kind of look.
Was Sterling Knight.
His name was Sterling Knight. Like those are the three things that you need to have.
Excellent. Of course on Sunny with a Chance.
Yeah, it was like he was on all the Disney Channel movies or the Disney Channel shows. Yeah.
Loved Starstruck. I watched that as an adult and it did not hold up.
No, I'm certain. But I feel like he was cast as the hot boy.
Yes, he was.
In what everybody was watching. So I was like, this is a publicly sanctioned crush. Like, we're all allowed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. And then, Nicolas Cage. And then some reason, my list turns to fictional characters because that makes sense. Edward Cullen, not Robert Pattinson, not the celebrity. Not Robert Pattinson. Edward Cullen. Although I know I had a crush on Robert Pattinson, and I will tell you how I know this.
Oh,
it's bad. As again, I was going through these boxes, I found my old diary from the time.
Nice.
And I found the entry from, it must have been, when did Twilight come out? 08, 09?
Oh God. Don't.
It was one of those two.
It must have been before that because I read it in 7th grade.
Oh, I'm talking about the movie.
The movie.
The book was 2005. I hate that I know this.
Anyway,
I spent an entire page going on and on about how hot Robert Pattinson was really just paragraphs.
Just pouring your heart out, detail, reasons why.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the final sentence, a footnote at the bottom of the page was, also my parents are getting divorced.
It was like the BTW at the end of a long post.
I had priorities. It was Robert Pattinson was number 1 in my heart that day. So embarrassing. So I despite my note card saying Edward Cullen, I know it was also Robert Pattinson.
Eventually, yeah. But it was probably Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen you were describing at the time, I would think.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
It was, both.
Yeah, both.
Okay, and who rounds out the list?
I can go faster if you'd like me to.
Nope.
Okay. Neil Caffrey, played by Matt Bomer on White Collar.
Okay.
This made plenty of sense. I was sad when I found out he was gay, but he's the handsome man and
he's a very handsome man.
And on that show,
when were you watching White Collar?
Reasons. Whenever it came out. My mom and I would watch it together.
I think of it as a very grown-up show. I guess I've never seen it, but
it's fun.
It's fun. Okay.
Yeah, good
nice.
show. This one kills me. Sasha Belov / Damon, which I had to Google. They're two characters for Make It or Break It. They're the boyfriend and the coach. I don't know. I love that show.
Is there a love triangle with those two on that show or no?
Oh.
No.
I mean, it's the high school boyfriend.
I mean,
and
you
the
were
coach.
attracted to both, so I'm assuming.
Oh God, I don't know. although it was ABC Family, I think. So who knows?
Yeah.
Ugh,
I don't know.
The Salvatore brothers.
Yeah.
Of course, I did not distinguish which.
It doesn't matter. Both
but I was
hot.
Definitely Stefan.
You were Team Stefan. Yeah.
Definitely Team Stefan.
You're a loyalist.
Yeah. I also didn't watch the whole
Edward
show,
Cullen.
so we're talking first 2 seasons here.
Yeah. The first, same. I think of the first 2 seasons as the whole show, personally.
Well, I think you age out sometimes when there's a show that starts when you're exactly the right age and then it goes for many years and eventually you go to college.
Yeah. And, you live your life.
All right, 2 more.
But you were more Stefan than Damon. This is interesting 100%. To me. Yeah.
And you were probably
It's
Damon
not surprising to me.
You're wrong all the time.
I know that I should have been Damon. Which is interesting. It's like, I know that I should have been Damon, but actually I did see Vampire Diaries at a later age. We watched it together. Do you remember this?
You made us stop. I wanted to keep watching it.
I did, yeah. This is why I said it got so bad, Monica.
But we were like seasons in. I thought we were on this ride together.
People were dying left and right. None of the logic made sense. Ugh. Poor Bonnie. Oh my
Poor
God.
Bonnie. Poor Caroline.
Poor Caroline too. She had to end up water under the bridge. But I know that I should have been Damon because he is more my physical type of like the dark hair, the piercing eyes, that kind of thing.
Yes.
But honestly, watching it, he was painted as so arch in the earlier episodes, and they were trying to do, like the dark brooding suffering man who needs to like have a journey to be a better person, but they made him so evil that I wasn't buying it. Once he came to the light side, I was like, you've gone too far. He has
did too much
murdered
shit.
people. He is an insane person, and like I knew better.
I feel did he make her kiss him at some point, or was that just Jacob?
Oh, okay. He didn't make her do anything. She kissed him of her own free will.
Nuh-uh. You're thinking of the kiss at the end of the book. I'm talking about the middle of the book when she punches him because he kissed her without consent and she breaks her hand.
Does he kiss her with
Yes. Oh my God. Reread the books, Claire.
Oh my God.
Goodness gracious.
I will, because I want to defend myself here.
All right. Okay. I got 2 more for you on this list.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's a long list. I'm sorry. Prince Henry. Okay.
You told me who this is, but I forgot.
Because I had to Google it too.
Yeah.
It sounds like this would be one of the British royals, but no. It's actually Lord Henry.
Lord Henry.
From Colin Firth in What a Girl Wants. Amanda Bynes' dad.
The dad. Again, the dad.
I'm weirded out that I was into the dad. This was when I was 14. What's going on?
I don't know. Well, it's Colin Firth. That's what's going on.
Colin Firth is
That's
a very
fine.
attractive man, objectively.
Yeah. I wonder if What a Girl Wants was before or after Love Actually.
And then finally, returning to actual people, Kevin Bacon. Don't you laugh at me. Okay, hold the phone. Why is this so funny? Okay, no. Let me set the scene for you, Claire.
Please set the scene. It's not even from Footloose, is it? It's from something else.
Of course it's from Footloose.
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding?
That's good.
I'm going to make you rewatch this movie with me. Specifically the warehouse scene. That man is a gymnast. That man is a gymnast, Claire.
No, it's that I do agree with you. I do. I just find it so funny.
He's wearing a tank top.
No, the warehouse scene is good. He is dancing. He also has a very strong sense of morals in that movie, which is very, again, a driven man with a goal. Very hot.
He
dancing.
Wants to bring dancing back to the town.
Yes, angry dancing.
We've established.
What I found so funny is that you went back to Real People and you used your final Real People vote on Kevin Bacon, which is so funny to me.
Listen.
Oh. No, I get it though.
You can't leave him off.
Yeah. I just thought because we always disagree on something, it must have been from something other than Footloose.
No, he was great in Footloose.
No, he's hot in that.
He
looks kind of weird at the beginning, but he grows on you.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think I just have rewatched the warehouse scene so many times that I can't really remember that much of the rest of the movie.
Honestly, good movie, worth a rewatch. Rewatch the whole thing. Some good writing in there. Very good. Well, that's honestly hilarious. I'm glad that I got your list. Is there anyone who wasn't included that we need to talk about?
It is funny. Tom Holland was always a big celebrity crush for me. But I feel weird about it as an adult having a celebrity crush. Like, I feel like it's not as real. Like, as a kid, you really crush.
Yeah.
You really crush. And as an adult, I feel more like, well, he seems like a lovely young man. I hope he's happy and well.
Yes, I wish him the best.
And Zendaya was also a crush for me. And so I'm like, this is amazing.
Yes, double
they're
crush.
They're happy together. I hope they're living a wonderful life.
Bisexuals rejoice. Just a really beautiful couple.
Truly.
But which brings me perfectly to fictional crushes. Characters who you have had crushes on. We have a couple. We have a couple. We have Edward Cullen. We have Lord Henry. Is there another fictional?
There was Salvatore Brothers, the Make It or Break It Boys.
The Make It or Break It Boys, the Salvatore Brothers. Okay, that is quite a few. Would you include the skating show that you watched for a while? The anime where they're in love with each other?
Yuri on Ice?
Yuri on Ice.
Oh, wow. I mean, critically, they're gay.
Okay, but I thought that might be part of it.
What? I don't feel like I had a romantic crush on those characters. I feel like I would fantasize about being coached in figure skating by them.
Oh.
My fantasy was that I would be in the world of Yuri on Ice and the boys would be coaching me and I would be a beautiful figure skater alongside them. That was the dream.
You would bloom under their tutelage. I do think that's a thing too. I don't know if you've ever felt this, but I don't know if I would call it a crush, but there are certain shows where you watch them because you wish you could live in the world of the show.
Yeah.
And it feels like a crush. You know, you may be attracted to some of the actors in the show, but it's not even about that. It's just about wanting to place yourself in that position, you know?
100%. I mean, I feel like that's part of why I became a writer.
Yeah.
You know, I was really into the escapism as a kid of all these stories, and I would daydream and fantasize and all of that. I mean, especially with rom-coms on the crush theme.
Right.
I remember in middle school, I would come home from school every single day and watch Ever After with Drew Barrymore.
Oh, like every day for a long time?
Every day.
Wow.
For at least a year. I could quote the whole movie. Wow. I probably lost a few of the words by now, but yeah, it's my all-time favorite movie.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's Cinderella.
Yeah.
It's some handsome man is going to take me away from whatever I've got going on.
But with the substance added by Drew Barrymore, I feel like that version of Cinderella is much more, you know, headstrong, independent woman. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a great movie and she did a really great job with that. But oh my God, he was
what?
That's Prince Henry.
Oh, that's Colin. No,
it wasn't Colin Firth.
It wasn't Colin Firth. It was Prince Henry from
Henry. I didn't have a dad thing. Amazing. That's Prince Henry is from Ever After. How did I not think of that?
It's funny when you brought that up. I was flooded with a core memory. This is much trashier, but every day I would go home and watch some show where Amanda Bynes and
her older sister
lived together in the city. What was that called?
Oh, jeez. I just looked this up recently.
It wasn't What a Girl Wants, but it was something like that.
It was another
phrase. What I Like About You.
Yeah.
That's what I would watch every day when I came home from school. And I thought it was so cool because they were both adult women dating in the city. Yeah. And like, you know, occasionally kissing a guy, or maybe a guy would take his shirt off. It was a very PG rated romance.
I like that show too. I remember that.
Yeah.
But of course, all of these shows and movies ruined us.
Yeah.
And our expectations.
of romance.
I mean, I remember when I started dating and I had that first boyfriend, it was a real shock for me.
Yeah.
That it wasn't a movie.
I agree. Yeah. Dating was kind of a letdown at the beginning.
Yeah, I completely agree. And the problem that I had was I realized that, like, especially at this point, I was 22, I was an adult. I realized my expectations were not reality, but I overcompensated. In trying to find, okay, what is real life? I didn't set my bar high enough.
I think that's super common. Yeah. I think we all do that a little bit, right? There's like, we over expect and we under expect because we're not entirely sure what to expect. Like we are all figuring it out.
But then you break up and you date other people and you meet someone great and he makes flowers out of balloons for you. And then you realize that's what you want.
Yeah. You can find your Prince Henry.
It's true.
To an extent.
It's true. It's just my version of Prince Henry is a man who takes me to the Marionette Theater.
Yes. And has Con Air hair.
Man, how lucky did I get?
Well, I think that's a great note to end on. Thank you, Monica.
Optimism.
Yeah. Thank you for joining me. And
thank you for having me, Claire. Team Edward forever.
Team Jacob for life. And that's our episode. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you to Monica for sharing and being vulnerable. The Crushcast Season 1 will air every Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts. Please subscribe if you'd like to keep up with us so we can keep growing and you can keep on listening. Thank you for lending your ears, and we'll see you next time.